Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? Today we are going to look at Mr. and Mrs. Altruistic and see what their recent pledge, it's not a donation, it's a pledge guys, of £1,000 each to inspirational young people, or young women I think it is, who will get $1,000 each out of a million. So we're going to have a bit of a look into the background of that. I have seen some information on it. I think it was in the Telegraph, and it's saying that Harry and Meghan are asking certain details. So they want your social media handles. So they want your background, what school the kids go to, all of this kind of, so there's like a lot of data they're getting out of this £1 million thing. So I was just like, allegedly, this seems a little bit sketch, of course, so let's have a look into that. So today we are going to be using, I have got you some new tarot cards, well, they're made for me, but they're for you as well. They're the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. I'm trying to keep the boxes out because I keep forgetting to tell you what tarot cards I'm using. I'm naughty, sorry. So the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. Yes, so we're going to have a look into that right now. But just before I begin, hello, hi. If you're new here, thank you very much for joining us. If you've been here for a while, thank you very much for your support. I do appreciate your support. Thank you. Leave a comment of what you think down below. Tell me what you think of the cards. What's your interpretation of the situation? What do you think the cards mean? It's all about a conversation around the tarot. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Thanks. And also, if you can share, comment, like, that really helps me out. There is information in the description box about my other social media and all that kind of stuff. And it's probably flashed up a screen by now. So yeah, so let's get right into it. So I'm using the Jack-o'-lantern spread, the Jack-o'-lantern tarot, and we shall have a look into what is behind it. Okay, so we've got the Four of Cups starting us off straight away. I don't know, can you see these? It's not quite bright. So there is some kind of, I don't want to know. There is something more to this, because we straight away with this charitable donation, we can see there is some tension, some regret. You know, I call this card, especially when it's in the reverse aspect, which it's not. But it is my temper tantrum card. It is my toddler card. I don't want this. It's kind of Kevin the teenager. It's a sulky kind of energy. So yeah, so that's how they're starting off. But let's see what's crossing them, and let's see what's above and below them, and then we'll get a better picture of what's going on according to Lily Tarot. So, the High Priestess in reverse. Okay. This has something to do, the reason why this has come about is something to do with the Queen's passing, and there is something more to it than just meets the eye. They're feeling quite pressed on it. The High Priestess, when I'm reading the royal family, would come through as the Queen. With that in reverse, you've got this reverse aspect going on, and it does seem like with the High Priestess in reverse that there is some kind of stuff going on behind the scenes that has made them bring this out now. It's definitely not as straightforward as it appears to be. Oh, that one jumped out. So what is known about the situation, King of Cups. So what they're wanting to be is that, I love this word at the minute, altruistic. And with altruistic it's giving without expectation. And that's what they're trying to say they are. But Hollywood, as we know, PR and Hollywood charity are kind of a very self-serving thing. So what they're wanting you to think is like, we are just using our platform for love, guys. We are just being really loving and caring and generous, and we've got tremendous depths of generosity flow through me. I am such a good person. I am a saint. I should be. This is the wanting to look like this very caring, lightweight, kind of flirty, loving, giving, wholesome, all of those things. They're wanting to just be like somebody that everyone else would like in their life. But what we have underneath is strength in reverse. Something has rattled their cage. Something has really upset them. And with the high priest crossing over there and strength in reverse, something's happened around the queen's death, and it may have been putting some extra strain onto their relationship. There could definitely be some they're not feeling like their foundations are laid down. They may be not drawing strength off other people. I don't think they've kind of an internal strength. They kind of get their strength from creating enemies, so they're stronger together in a way, because they've got these extracurricular they've got these people outside of their relationship who they will talk about because they got nothing internally. Oh my god, that sounds really harsh, but there's nothing really internally in there a lot. There's just yeah, okay. What's leaving the situation? King of Swords. So this was somebody's put this together to say, right guys, we're going to do this thing, we're going to do this charity, and it's more feeling at the minute like a business deal. It's because we've got what we've wanting to know about it. The King of Cups, we want you to see people being kind and wholesome and very giving. But then we've got the King of Swords, who's actually cracked this deal, who's putting this thing together, and that is somebody who's very business savvy. They've got lawyer energy. They've got very academic, very good at processing data, and they will have been in like to do something with the energy that's right now. Let's see what other cards we get. The World in reverse. Okay, so they're not feeling like they are being appreciated, and there's going to be something that comes out of this that's not going to look so beneficial. But let me just have a look and see. Yeah, there we have it. I'm giving to charity, guys. I am being that kind, wealthy person. That's what I want to be. That's who I want to be, and that's what they're wanting to do with it. Queen of Wands in reverse, of course it is there. But Megan's not wholly on board with this. She's quite annoyed by something to do with this, because we've got the High Priestess in reverse there. So I'm going to ask the cards a little bit further along why Megan's annoyed at it. There we have that Knight of Cups. What they're worried about is not taken seriously, taken immaturely, being thought of as being very shallow. The Knight of Cups is also very kind of like flirty, a little bit messy. So they're kind of worried about not being taken too seriously with it. And the outcome is the Moon. Oh wow. So there's definite like something underhand, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I just have to put that in there. There's something definitely not quite right with how they're organizing things, and there's going to be some stuff coming out later about this, because they're actually asking for information, social media handles, etc, etc. It's kind of like they're doing a background check on some kids before they let them have this money, and there's something not right with that information. There's something kind of not fitting well. You know, when the Moon's there, that stuff's going to rise to the surface. There is some underhandy kind of shady business. still waters run deep, and the kind of chaos and murkiness from there. So yeah, this isn't going to be quite as what it seems. So let me just have a look. I'm just going to ask, this one is the Morgan Greer Tarot. I'm going to just do, following on from, to see what Megan is thinking about this project. If she's already over it, she's probably already over it. There we have the world. Okay, so now we have the world in reverse, so it's not going to go how she wants it. Again, this is another attention piece. This is to bring attention to her. This is to get her to focus on her soul feeding, feeds her soul, blah 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 blah, and she wants to be this giving kind of inspirational person, and she wants everyone to take note, but it only affects America. But something has happened, and with the Queen's dying and stuff like that, but there's something further going on that has actually wounded her. She's upset about something, but what is it? She's getting over it, and this has come out in the cards for her recently. She's upset about something that's a minor upset, because she's getting over it, but what's known about it? Death and change. Well, we know there's been changes. I think there's a definite push with the world there, and the death and the change there, in that Meghan and Harry are going to try and beat the royal family and try and kind of see themselves as in competition with the British royal family. The Queen of Swords is underneath it. I find that very interesting, because that can mean there is somebody who is being very cruel, cutting, somebody who is very hard with their words, somebody who is really kind of driving this this energy of movement. They're really kind of like demanding, in a way, demanding that this looks really good, that this looks really the way it is, and they're hurt because we've got swords there. They're hurt, and I'm guessing Meghan's really hurt and is quite angry about something, because we've got the Queen of Wands there. She's quite angry about something, but what's she angry about? What's leaving the situation? Because that would have happened first. She really feels like entrapped. And not being able to move. Negative thoughts. I think there's something to do with, there is something to do with how things have went down in Britain. There's something has happened while they've been stuck here with, because of the funeral arrangements. They've really felt like they have been stuck here. Knight of Rods is what's going forward. So she's very passionate about it. It's not a major, it's not a queen or a king or anything like that, but there is this kind of passionate showing off, look at me, you know, the usual don't look at me, I'm shy stuff. You know, she's going to kind of get her voice out there, but she's using her voice, but it's only kind of like amplifying her kind of, you know. Let's see what's around this. What's her headspace? She's not very happy. She feels, yeah, more swords in reverse. She's like she feels really wounded by something. Something's happened leading up to this charity stuff that's really wounded her. Maybe she hasn't liked necessarily how they've put together the message. There we have it. We've got the Emperor there, what's surrounding it. Here we have daddy issues, or kingy issues, if you will. There has been something with King Charles and Harry and Meghan that happened over the period of mourning and leading up to the funeral. There's something that happened that was unexpected because there was wound in her, and it's affecting how she feels about this launch. Everything that's not quite working out as it should have been. Again, she's feeling entrapped, she's feeling encircled, she's feeling this is something that she's kind of made a rod for her own back with. And there we have Strength upright. So she's annoyed. I think maybe this could be something she certainly didn't feel like with the Queen's death coming up to this charity event. It would have been, it's kind of taken the sunshine, it's taken the sunshine sacks out of it. It's taken the glimmer out of it. It's taken the ta-da. It was meant to go Germany, Manchester, London, whatever, fly back, you know, photos and everything, and then it was meant to be, was it Vanity Fair or something? It wasn't Vanity Fair, it was one of them, Variety magazine on the front of that, and then it was going to be this, and it was going to be boom. So everything's been muted down, and she's annoyed and wounded. She's wounded about it because it hasn't worked out how she wanted it to. And also King Charles has done something. But when we've got the Strength in the future, I do see like that is going to be, even though they might be having a bit of a hard time of it now, Harry and Meghan, the Strength, they're going to come back and say, look at our brand, look at how wonderful we are, look at us together, la 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 la. So we're going to probably get a little bit more of that with them. So yeah, there's something that is definitely wounding her at the minute regarding this, and as expected, this is all not landing how she wanted it to. It was meant to be her big moment, and it doesn't seem as she wanting it to all look kind of, that lovely word, altruistic, but it just hasn't kind of went as well as it should have done. So, and there's going to be stuff being revealed about that kind of charity thing. I don't know, maybe some of the kids aren't going to get the grants, maybe some people are going to have questions about their data, I don't know, but there's going to be something with that, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. So let me know what you guys think of the cards, and yeah, that's very interesting. Thanks very much for being here, guys. If you've got any suggestions or any readings, please let me know down in the comments below, and I shall see you all in the next one. Bye.